My plan was to get a group of guys together, start traveling this country, and go start working at different companies until we get enough people working there that we can go out on strike and put these people out of work, put these bad union bosses, these not union bosses, these companies that are hard on unions, put them on notice that we're coming for you, that Anthony's union is coming for you. Put them on borrowed time. We're coming for you secretly. Secretly, we're coming for you. Hire in, create all kinds of trouble. I got to hire in up there at Dexler, Nebraska. Get a union started up there. I don't got to work but a day. Hand out stickers for the union. Get them to fire me for handing out union stickers. Get a lawsuit against them. They wouldn't even hire me. Tell you the truth. They take one look at YouTube and they wouldn't even hire me. I'm unhireable at this point. I've already put enough on YouTube that an employer's not going to hire me. But I've already come out and said union. Now how do you like it, people? Everything you say, everything you do is recorded. And if you put it on YouTube, that you're union or non-union, that's all I'm wanting you to say. Come out on YouTube and say, I'm union. Come out on YouTube and get out there and say, I'm union. I'm non-union. I'm union proud. I'm non-union. Come out there right now in Anthony's union and come out there and say on YouTube, I'm union. I'm proud. That nullifies you through any employer that you can never work non-union again. They will peg your ass. They look you up. It's the first thing they do. See if they got anything on you. Easy money. They want to know if you're a problem. You'll never get a good job for any kind of money unless you work these rat jobs I work. They don't give a shit if you're union or non-union. They're used to union members working in their ranks. That's why they'd be so easy to break, it wouldn't even be funny. If I was in charge, let me be in charge for a little while. I'll break all them son of a bitches' backs. Let me talk to the electricians. Let me talk to the plumbers, to the pipe fitters. Let me talk to the iron workers. Let me talk to them. I'll break these son of a bitches' backs. We got to find some work somewhere first, people. Not a lot out there. Everything's built. We can tear it down and rebuild it. That's normally what we do. Started doing that in the Quick Trips in Wichita. Quick Trip found out that they could get a tax break if they just build in a new location. So they did. They did a study which was the best locations in Wichita, and they moved, and they built better locations. They just rebuilt. Let's do like Quick Trip. Let's rebuild America. Put everybody back to work. Borrow some more money from the Chinese. It's either that or increase the size of our military and put everybody in the military. Hell, I'd like to see the big military. Amp up the military. Companies and companies and companies of thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of Marines. They look good in their dress blues. Wouldn't you like to look good in your dress blues, old iron worker? I'm talking to you, iron workers. Wouldn't you like to look good in your dress blues? Well, that's why I have a program. If you never were in the Marine Corps, but you always wanted to be, you want to be a brother of a Marine, we're going to have Brothers of Marines. And you can wear your sticker on your hard hat that you're a brother of a Marine. You can be my brother. Brother of another mother. Iron workers. Yeah. That's where it's at, brother. We need to build some tall buildings, brother. We need more wind turbines. There's always going to be a need for iron workers. But I don't know if what are we going to build? We've got to come up with some shit to build. We're going to run out of building wind turbines. Put them some bitches up as fast as we can. Eventually, we're going to have everything built. What are we going to do? Peace on earth? Is that what there's going to be? Peace on earth? Everything's done? Now the bankers will fuck that shit up. They'll have something that they want to put a loan on. I guess they'll always be building automobiles because they build them son of a bitches to fail. You build a real automobile and build it like they build an airplane. Let a millwright build let a millwright build an automobile. Millwright that son of a bitch to death. Let a millwright build an automobile. Yeah, then you need to have a fucking car. That son of a bitch would last and last and last and last. You just take it apart and rebuild it like a turbine. Just keep taking it apart and rebuilding it. It lasts and lasts and lasts. You'd never be able to take it off the road. Oh, we've got to come up with something for the electricians to do. Surely there's something. Changing fuses and light bulbs. You got to stay busy changing fuses and light bulbs. There's always a light bulb to change. Get technical. Our electricians should be good at working on these computers because they're always acting up. Somebody's always hacking the fucking system. I know who it is. It's the computer programmers. That's the motherfuckers with the job. That's the ones we ought to be trying to organize right there, is the computer programmers. How much money do them fuckers get? Computer Programmers of America. We ought to all go to school and become computer programmers. Re-education programs for electricians and millwrights and iron workers and sheet metal workers. Re-education programs. Computers are the way of the future. I don't see around it. I don't see a way around it. You got to program. All that's programming. Everything you see here, everything you do here is programming. Or it could be all old technology. Could be all old technology. They're just finally letting go of. They've had this technology for years. The military has. I'd like to know where they find the bright minds in the military to come up with all this stuff. Where do they snatch these bright minds from? The military. $650 billion. Gonna get bigger if we don't do something, if we don't come up with some work for our working class, for our construction industry. There's always going to be a construction industry. You got to have it. You can't do away with it. You've always got to have to know how to rebuild. If you forget those skills, those handed down skills, that's how society comes to an end. Is they quit teaching those handed down skills of building to their young, and they become dependent on a computer, and they don't teach handed down skills anymore. They don't teach their children how to milk cows. They don't teach their children the old ways of life. And suddenly something happens and they can't rebuild, and there ends a society. And some societies bounce back. The ones that teach the old ways, and the ones who don't teach the old ways cease to exist. So what are we going to be as a society? A throwaway society? Or are we going to teach? Or is that a good, maybe that's what our carpenters and millwrights, and maybe they should become teachers and teach young children to become carpenters and millwrights. Maybe they should become teachers. But then again, there's only enough work for some of us. It's just like farming. It's just like farming. You can teach all the kids how to farm, but there's only enough farming for some of the kids. Some of the kids got to go to town and learn how to live in town, because there's only enough farming for some of the kids. And usually that's the older kids. The older kids get the farming. And I didn't get mine. Mine went to Roger. My dad got passed over because he worked at Northern Natural. And even at that, my share would be too small to even farm. So naturally, I got to give up and say, well, Roger, you farm. You're the better of the two. I'll just sit back here and collect my check. Let everybody talk shit on me. Fuck you. I worked my fucking life. I worked my life off running up and down these goddamn roads, working for these different companies. For what? For nothing. Trying to start a union. Got all these non-union fucking idiots. They're idiots. They're fucking idiots. Non-union fucking people are idiots. They fucking don't have a fucking clue. Non-union fucking people are fucking idiots. They don't have a goddamn clue. Talk your shit all you want. You ain't got a fucking clue. What good is it being non-union? All you're doing is making that motherfucker rich. If we could get together, Jesus Christ, if we could get together, we could move this country for one last push till it's all over with, till all the work is done. The carpenters, they've got to contend with the Mexicans. They ain't got a choice. President done, he done pretty much sewed the book on that. He don't care. President don't care about carpenters. I don't know why the carpenters voted for him. Obama don't care about carpenters. Carpenters locals suffering. If it cost what it should cost to build a house, and things were the way they should be, then people would have jobs. People would have jobs to afford to live.